All right, let's do one more story. What do you say?
Yeah,
Let's do this.
absolutely.
Well, let's do this other one. This one, fucking squirrels. Maybe that'll calm people down in the chat section. Jesus Christ. So, Tom, why don't you just read this? This is the Saskatoon man opens saloon for nutty clientele. Terribly clever, nutty clientele. Thank you very much.
First of all, how great is it to be able to say Saskatoon?
I really? Exactly.
Like, how wonderful is it to be able to say Saskatoon? So, Saskatoon man opens saloon for nutty clientele. It's the kind of cozy place where you can just throw your peanut shells on the floor.
I love that.
These pictures. Cecil, can you put pictures up?
Absolutely, I can.
These
Let me
pictures
see if I
are
can. So
fucking
I'm gonna start at the first
perfect.
one. So here's the first one, guys. This is a adorable little squirrel hanging out, chipmunk, ground squirrel, whatever.
It's
hanging
so
out
cute.
in the middle of a saloon with a piano behind him and a bottle on the table. Looks adorable. Double swinging doors with a star in them. Looks like a great model, by the way. I just want to say, like every time I had to build a model in architecture class, it looked like a kid threw up popsicle sticks. This looks amazing. All right, so this. Then
Have
the
you
next,
seen the videos, Cecil, of the squirrels the hamsters eating tiny burritos?
That's adorable. That is so cute.
I
so
could watch
cute.
that for like an hour. It's just
So
like
cute.
Like the guy makes the little burritos with like the tweezers and whatever, and hands a perfect little burrito.
And then they just sit there and nom, nom, nom,
and
nom,
they're
nom,
just
nom,
like,
nom, nom, nom.
that's what the fucking internet is for, right
Genuinely, 100%. That's what the internet is for.
there. It's so perfect.
All right, so Ian, put this back up. There's a couple more pictures.
Many people have taken up new hobbies during the COVID-19 pandemic. Baking bread, tie-dyeing, being unemployed, and puzzling have all become trends. Dave Hunchak, I may have editorialized.
Hold on, these pictures are the best. This next one that's up is my favorite so much. Oh God, I gotta make this big.
Where he's behind the bar?
No, this one is where he put a little bit of peanut butter on one of the bottles, and the fucking squirrel or whatever is trying to like eat the top of the bottle. That's so good, man. It's so good. Oh, and there's one that's climbing upstairs. He's looking for the hookers, of course. Yeah, those adorable little bottles that he made. And then there's the squirrel. Oh God, it's drinking out of the cup. It's drinking out of the cup. The cute overload, folks. Jesus fucking Christ! Look at that fucking squirrel. Look at, I want to punch something. It's so cute. That's amazing. So good. Okay, Tom, you can continue.
Dave Hunchak decided he'd rather go squirrely. Hunchak is a retired engineer. He lived with his wife and two children on a property southeast of Saskatoon for 15 years.
Saskatoon.
I love Saskatoon. In that time, he's cultivated a friendship with the local ground squirrels. He said they have all types, including Richardson ground squirrels, 13-line squirrels, and Franklin's ground squirrels. But it was the Franklin's ground squirrels that really grabbed his attention. They are so inquisitive, and they just jump into my lap looking for peanuts, Hunchak says. Every time I read his name, by the way, I read Nunchuck first.
Nunchucks.
He believes there are 5 or 6 of them living on the property. Franklin's ground squirrels were named after the explorer Sir John Franklin, and at one time were considered at risk. Nowadays, the species is prolific and locally abundant. Females can live up to 4 to 5 years. Males typically do not survive beyond the age of 2. Last year, Nunchuck was inspired to build a little set for the squirrels. He went to his wood shop and built them some little stools to sit on. He said he'd seen other people doing it online. He really enjoyed the pictures of squirrels enjoying their snacks in human scenarios. That's the hamsters eating burritos. It's inspiring.
It's the best.
That's the kind of leadership we need
It
right
is
now.
absolutely. Look, if you can look at something like that on the internet and say, that needs to change my life, you are a good person and the world should reward you. That's all I'm saying. The world should reward you.
Hamsters with tiny burritos 2020. Like, I want to vote hamster with a tiny burrito. I don't even
I love it so much. It's so great. They're just sitting there like, nom, nom. Now I'm going to find it. Keep reading. I'm going to find
All right,
it.
I'll read while you look.
Yeah.
Then COVID-19 arrived and brought with it the inspiration for the one-star saloon. I started building it early into the pandemic, and I put in probably about 100 hours, Hunchak said. Hunchak and his family decided to all shelter in place together during the pandemic, which meant their grown children moved back home so they could all quarantine together. He said building the saloon was a great distraction from the world for all of them. Hunchak used a combination of textiles. He built a lot of it by hand in his wood shop, but used a 3D printer
That's fucking
for some
amazing.
items like a wine bottle.
This
so
is
good. Nicer than my house.
It's so good. It's so good. All right. Pause for a second, Tom.
Okay. All right.
You might be able to watch it on Mixer. I don't know if Mixer is open still.
No.
All right. So here we go, guys. This is a minute 23. I'm not going to talk over it. I'm just going to let you guys enjoy hamsters making someone making burritos for hamsters and then feeding it to them. So go ahead. It's on the screen. Here we go. It's so good. Oh, this is so amazing. Oh, this is my favorite shit I've ever seen.
That's the best.
Get another one in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
They're so adorable.
Oh, it's so bad. It's the best. It's my favorite thing I've ever seen. Oh, it's still going.
Stupid cheeks are all.
Jesus, it's really going to town on that thing. Oh, no, the place is breaking down. He really liked it. So good. Oh, I'm sorry. That's fucking amazing. Jesus Christ, that's so good. Oh,
That just made me very happy.
That is so good. That is just, gosh, guys. Fucking who cares about COVID now, right? You just saw a fucking hamster eating a burrito.
You know, it's worth it. I'm just saying. Gosh. Hunchak said that when he put the 3D printed items out the first time, they melted in the heat, so he had to remake them with a stronger compound. Once the saloon was built, it was time to let the doors swing open for its first customer. Opening day happened to coincide with the launch of Phase 3 of the province's reopening plan, which allowed bars and restaurants to open. Hunchak said it only took 15 minutes for the first squirrel to arrive, but the visit didn't go as planned. He wanted to create the kind of place where you can just throw your peanut shells on the floor, but his first few customers grabbed the shelled peanuts and ran off. Then I put down peanut butter, and they'd stay in place long enough for me to take a picture. This is just brilliant. He said the squirrels are trying to follow physical distancing rules because they don't like other squirrels being in there at the same time.
Did you see? There's a guy really popular guy on YouTube, and I don't know his name. But I've seen maybe a dozen of his videos. They're really well done. And I got turned on to him because he did this glitter bomb package stealing thing where he created this really sophisticated glitter bomb and made it look like an Amazon package, and package thieves would steal it, and then it would go off, but he made it so it would record their reactions, and then it would shoot fart spray out the side, so it smelled like fucking concentrated ass, so they would get rid of it, and so he could go collect the video, but it would still upload the video to a cloud even if they did keep it and find that there was phones in it or whatever. But it was his hope that they wouldn't do that. But his name is
Mark Rober.
What's his name?
Mark Rober.
He used to be a NASA guy, I guess, and he used to design or be an engineer, right? Ian, am I right?
That's right. He's a YouTuber now.
And his videos are amazing. If you haven't seen his videos, they are fucking amazing. He's a really clever, talented guy, and he's an engineer, and he does some really cool shit. But he did this glitter bomb. That's how I got turned on to him. So I've seen his stuff come up in my feed here and there, you know. And he just recently did this squirrel thing where he created American Ninja Warrior for squirrels in his backyard.
Are you serious?
To get like a whole bunch of walnuts. And it's a great video. People should check it out. You just see these squirrels. They can literally, so he has this one thing set up and it's maybe 7 or 8 feet long. It might even be longer. And it's a rope ladder that's only tied at the top. So basically, once you get on it, you flip upside down. And it's really hard to do as a human being. But as a squirrel, it's not as bad. But the squirrels, They didn't even do it. They just, one of them fell off of it once, then looked at it and said, fuck it. And he jumped 7 feet straight through the air through a hole like this big, just blew right through. Every single squirrel after that was like, yeah, I can make that. No problem. Blew
Every squirrel's
right
an
through.
American Ninja Warrior.
It's amazing. The video is so fun to watch because he does everything in like super slow-mo too, so they're jumping all, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome, man. It's so good. But that guy is great. That guy's genuinely great. So you should check his shit out if you get a chance.
I will check that out.
You
That's
should check
hilarious.
it out. Yeah.